to the execution of that document. This person...
Oh God, the way you were even doing your eye, I know that you are not, that what you are saying is not true. Now, look, I believe you have seen this video, Mercy Chinwo and also that of Eezee Concept, Ezekiel Thank God. If you haven't seen them before, probably you'll be seeing it here for the first time. I'll play, pause, react, and give some commentaries as well to it. You know, time is indeed quite interesting that these two people that used to play together, she was even more like, oh, calling him daddy and all of those things. It's just interesting that this is how it has become today. Now, I wouldn't wish for this to get to this point. Like I said in my first video, I didn't want to make this number of videos on one subject. Oh my God, there are many things I want to deal with. Not these two wonderful people having their drama all about money. But again, since I have started this case on my head, I have to follow it till the end of however it gets to. But it is my greatest wish that this be resolved behind the scenes, and maybe they just release a video and say, hello guys, how are you doing? Everything is alright. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for everything. We are now resolved. Everything is fine for the body of Christ. Let's go on. Let's move on. Let's keep the past behind us. Blah blah blah. That's what I'm expecting to be the end of this whole issue. But now that there's still fire on the mountain, Mercy Chinwo released this one and she tagged it part 1. I don't know which part you go reach, whether I go reach part 10 or part 20. You go share it here. Here, it is facts over sentiment. That line I'm seeing on Eezee Concepts, Ezekiel, were you watching my video? I'm seeing you writing facts over emotions or sentiment. That is my line. Let's pay attention and listen to what they have to say. But first, glory to God. Okay, so headphones on and let's listen to first, ladies first, right? Mercy Chinwo.
Hello everyone, it's your girl Mercy Chinwo Blessed. First I want to say thanks to every one of you for your immense love and support. I never believed the day would come where I would sit here to share my story. For the sake of the body of Christ, I thought to bring some clarity to a lot of misleading news out there online about the Mercy Chinwo brand.
Oh, yeah, she's a brand, note that. And like I said as well before, all of this is an image thing. If you are in this space, pastor, prophet, music artist, anyone that is in the creative space, there's also an imaging to your person. Like me, when Being Real Judge comes to your mind, some of you just met me recently, so probably you would just have a conception about me based on the recent videos you're watching. There are people that have been here with me for years, and I've been like this consistently. I have not changed one bit, except maybe I just got bigger. The point I'm trying to make you understand is that there's an imaging, of course, to every person's personality in the creative space. Do you understand? So when you think about Being Real Judge, what would you think of? Of course, you hear facts over sentiment. Of course, you know that I'm very, very objective. If you like, think I'm biased, that one is your business. And some other things as well that comes up with my person. However you see me, church commentator, analyst, however, we just have to make sure we face facts. So what she's trying to defend right now is her persona and the imaging about her person so that there will be no, misconceptions about her which she wants to correct. The same thing also would apply for Ezekiel Thank God, but let's listen to her.
A man said I sued him, came online, made videos to tarnish my image. He looked at me and said, I made you who you are and I will destroy you. I became scared of my life. It got to a point where I had to move from Lagos to Port Harcourt because this man made the environment toxic for me.
Okay, so now with the claims that she made, it can happen, of course, I even said it before that this is something that Ezekiel Thank God can say. That is a fact, okay? Now, that is something that you cannot say, oh, I was recording him and he said it, or maybe tomorrow she might release chat message or WhatsApp message that he said that, or maybe it was an audio conversation. The way I keep her mouth open, she's already about to cry. Calm down, mommy, calm down. So when you look at that as well, you see that she's just painting a picture for you that there's a trigger to all of these things happening. Do you understand? But if you have been following Ezekiel's side of the story, for him to make that statement would not just happen without any trigger. Remember, if you have been following the story, okay, he wanted her to sign another contract in 2019 after signing in 2017 for them to extend her contract to 12 more years, okay? But she refused and wants to just follow her due process, or her due contract to when it has to expire, which is 5 years. So from 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2022, 5 years. since she signed in 2017. But when they moved from Port Harcourt to Lagos, that is when he wanted her to now sign another contract again. Now, Eezee Concept is indeed quite smart in not really discussing about that, but I'll get to that when I get to play his video. So that was when all of that started, leading to this particular assertion that she is making. We looked at this before, but I have to assume that some of you are watching this for the first time. Let's go on.
I've endured bully, I've endured threats. Whatever he's doing on social media now is nothing compared to what I went through. This is not to paint him bad. He took me to court, came online to tell the public that I took him to court.
This is not to paint him bad. Yes, that is your intention you are stating, but whatever it is that we get to say or discuss here can either paint someone good or paint someone bad. My first video, of course, looked at you in the bad light because of the conversation about catalog. Now note again, all of this issue is about money. Follow the money, you will know a lot of things. Always follow the money. You understand? But let's go on.
Here are the documents. You took myself.
Okay, so this particular document is asset 2024 sometime in July. Okay, so let me read something I found in the document because it becomes very significant in this conversation. I, Ezekiel Tangod, I am the manager and creative director and the alter ego of Eezee Concept Global Limited, the applicant in this alternative dispute resolution. So this is not like a suit per se. So Mr. Chinwo, you have to understand that. And Nigeria's foremost gospel record label company that discovers, produces, promotes, and manages gospel artists. That Mr. Chinwo, the instant respondent, is a gospel artist signed under my record label sometime in 2017 until date. At least he mentioned that it is 2017. Until date, she still has subsisting legal obligation under the terms and conditions of the said contract. The legal obligation right now would be on the subject of meeting, the number of albums she's supposed to produce, number one, and then the obligation, of course, with respect to his allegation that she had played some shows or gone to some administrations without remitting 50% of what she's supposed to do. If you have been following the conversation, you know about this already. 3, that a civil dispute which emanated between the respondent and my label, the instant applicant, as a result of the contractual relationship and the obligation between the applicant and the respondent, which borders on the sharing formula of revenues and proceeds, and the ownership of the master stroke catalog, which are carefully curated and compiled musical works into albums, which were exclusively produced in the applicant's record label, Eezee Concept Limited, and lead vocals and lead performances by the respondent, that is Mercy Chinwo. Now, if catalog was not a conversation, like I said in my first video, why would he even be putting that, of course, here? So, indeed, there was a point, the catalog issue. I don't think Eezee Concept would lie about them bringing up the conversation about catalog. And there was someone that came and testified. I played the person video here that said that he was in the meeting and her husband and that of Judy K's husband, they were together at the meeting when they were having the trying to mediate, where they started talking about their catalog. Do you understand? That was when I was now insinuating that, wait a minute, is it the husband that are putting them to this? Okay, but again, couples work together. Let two come together and become one. So is it maybe Mr. Chinwo was the one that fire down, or God come and say, oh, I'm a protector of my wife and my family. Let me go and, discuss this man to man. Mr. Chinwo was not present in that meeting, and Eezee Concept said it himself categorically when they were having the meeting with Apostle Anselm when he came out and talked about the situation. If you have been following the story, you know what I'm talking about. At least that was one instance. Okay, that sometime in 2023, this respondent approached me and requested she wanted ownership of her music catalog, citing that other artists such as Nathaniel Bassey, Chioma Jesus, etc. were owners of their music catalogs. In turn, I took time to educate the respondent that those artists she mentioned were sponsors of their respective careers. Hence, by virtue of sponsoring their own careers, they own the catalog. Now, Mr. Chinwo, if you are watching this video now, you know the truth. If you ever walked up to him and discussed about the issue of catalog, very important, because as I took a deep dive, I went to your very ever face post on Instagram when you were not popping. So what I'm discussing here, you are the subject. Your audience are going to be crying in the comment, fa, me, I don't care. Anybody will go collect based on fact. So because as I go on to listen, I'm just reading what you see here so that those who are here those who are watching would know what is in this particular document you see that I post. Okay, so Eezee Concept is saying that you had come and discuss about catalog. Now, on no ground, if you signed a record label deal, do you own a catalog? If you were sponsored by a record label to be to the point of where you are, you don't discuss that. So I think influence, associations, because I know you were very close with Choma Jesus even before you started popping. I saw pictures of two of you together from way back, so I know. I wouldn't say that the one that influenced you, no, okay. But of course, he mentioned Nathaniel Bassey here because you mentioned Nathaniel Bassey to him. Yes, Nathaniel Bassey controls his catalog, okay? He works with TuneCore, so TuneCore handles his distribution, okay? You can say he makes mad money, but you see, I like the way the gospel artists you see, even though they make all this money, they don't come like the secular ones and come and show I buy Rolls Royce like this. Ask those who are working with Nathaniel Bassey on his music or his records. Ask how he treats them. Ask how he takes care of them, ask how much he pays them, how he makes sure that those who are working with him on his record are doing well. Why I'm saying this because of Oga Eezee, based on what I discussed before. I don't know how those who work with you are being treated or how their life is, okay? But at least for those who started with you, like Dr. Roy, we were discussing about, the way he was treated was not okay. But again, I don't know what you signed with him with respect to publishing and his intellectual property or what he contributed to the song. But I think you capitalized on his naiveness to deal with him that way. Those who watched my previous video, it was 2 hours long. I think you understood that clearly with all the facts I showed you. So the names that I mentioned here, Choma Jesus and other etc., I understand that it is possible that you can do that, Mr. Chinwo, if you are watching this video. So you have to tell your audience the things that were stated there. Is it true that you walked up to him and discussed about catalog? Because if that is true, then it's not surprised that your husband and Judike's husband would even start up a discussion as well around that. Do you understand? Because you having the catalog as well means that you control everything. But that catalog, if they sponsored you, which I'm going to go into your archives as well, that means in fact, depending on what you sign, it belongs to the label normally. But again, I will stress this also, 50-50 was a very good record deal. Ask around, you weep for them. So please understand that. Let's go on as well to listen.
Minister Judike to court, and you're here playing the victim game. You bullied me, you threatened my life, you said you made me who I am and that you would destroy me.
Both of you are playing victim game. Both of you, okay? I see two of you are like the same. People will disagree with me, but I see two of you have greed. You have greed. He has greed. Simple and short. It's just that you have not gotten to the point of compromise and understanding. Let me just make that clear so that someone will know. You don't think that, oh, George, you are defending this person. No, I've mentioned that here. It's just so interesting that even the money we are discussing, all of us are discussing, everybody is taking this side, and with Eezee Concept and with this. Have you seen quarter of that money in your life before? But again, I'm not saying this as well because someone will say I'm jealous of. No. It is their work. It's their hard work. It's God's grace that is making way for them. And then now, of course, it has exposed the music industry to be like, these people, there's money in this thing. So instead of you, I think I read that in the comments, those who are being lured with money to go into secular music and then all of that, you can still, by the grace of God, if God is giving you the songs, however, you can still be successful in the gospel scene. I won't say you should do it because of money, but of course, wherever you serve as well, and come on, if you are being a blessing spiritually, can't you also be blessed physically? Come on, the Bible of course talks about that, okay? Because even with the monies you could see that are being earned in all of these, you will now ask yourself, I think it makes sense why you see those who don't charge according to how they say God had told them, Dosun or Nathaniel Bassey, because from what they earn from streamings, from the attention you give them from streaming their songs, playing their songs, how they go do okay. That is also okay. Doesn't mean that if you invite them, you shouldn't honor them in a particular way. You understand? But if you people are exposing yourselves how much you are making $1 million Some people will work their whole life, they will not make that kind of money. But God has blessed you by his grace that through being associated with this particular label, you are able to make that kind of money or something. Nobody would have known this except you guys talking about this on social media. I would have said as well, bounce. That's what I could have said to you. Just drop this whole issue, bounce. Okay? And then it will just go. You are still doing well now. Doesn't mean that Eezee Concept as well would not. Eezee Concept would also still have to remit your royalties for you from those who still listen to your old songs. As you keep getting popular, as you keep doing more, and you will sing for as long as possible. People will know your previous songs, know your new songs now in your new label, and you will still get to earn revenue. But if you are having disputes with him, it would make sense why you would want the catalog. Why? Because it will cut off your relationship with him. Everything will just go straight to you and nothing comes to him who was there as well with you. But if he has the catalog, you will still have to talk to him because he is the one that will remit to you your 50% of what you are earning. Do you understand? Okay? And even though you didn't fulfill the part of the contract, which you explained that he gave you delay tactics as well when you were ready to fulfill the third album that you guys agreed on, I understand that. But if you can accept that you go even without that, without fulfilling the third part of the album and go without any issues, coming back as well here and all of this, it will just look like greed. Do you understand? But again, I've exposed the publishing part. Your name is there. If you want to get your publishing for the whole 7 years, Eezee Concept knows what happens behind the scenes. That is why he came and wanted you to sign for monies to come out for that. Probably your details is there, so it needs your details for you to sign so that the money that come from publishing, which is linked to an account that belongs to you, would come out, and then probably he will just give you everything, because on the publishing platform ASCAP, everything just good. No need for accounting for that one. Okay, so but let's go on. I'm saying this because of those who might be new to this conversation. Let's go on to listen.
When you were the same person, how many lawyers have you changed now? Because you said you're going to deal with me, you have connections, you have money. What did I do?
As if they planned this video, I could see the jump cut and all of that. So maybe there are some things she said that was being cut out. And yes, of course, Eezee had changed lawyers. Messi Chinwo, you have to be able to cast your mind back to that 2017, because you are saying the contract you signed in 2017 was 5 pages, different from the contract you signed that was presented to you as what you signed, which was in 2022 November, when you went to go and collect your copy of the contract after signing it since in 2017. I don't know if you have any memory of the law firm that might have prepared the contract you signed in 2017. If you don't have an idea of that, you can also try to research some files you have when you were in Port Harcourt. You understand? To try to know which law firm were affiliated to Eezee Concept when they were in Port Harcourt. Very important. If it is the same law firm, they would Doma. Clearly, of course, we saw in our previous video with your revelation that even his own lawyer that prepared the document of 2019, that particular, they themselves even said that when they sent him the 2019 contract, they didn't know that he was going to change the date and all that. Okay, so you should be able to provide something that would help this whole conversation or help your litigation with him if you are going further with the whole thing. Do you understand? But if you say that, oh, it's a different thing you sign, it's not what you sign, how can you prove that in court? If it is the same law firm that actually prepared the 2019 one that we saw that there was change of course on it, then that law firm that he's not using right now to come for you, that law firm should be able to provide what they gave him in 2017. Except it was just Eezee Concept that came up with something and then you signed, which was not something that went through a law firm proper. Then it makes sense that maybe, like I said, even he himself was learning on the job, but his eye is on the money as well, even though you are a good investment. If you watch my previous video, some of you that are watching now, you know that Excess Law, when it was released, it was even before she was signed. So he saw a potential in her, even though they've been together. And I'm going to reply Eezee Concept on at the point when I get to play his own video, because he said some things in the paper, the legal response as well he wrote, and also in this video I think I need to address as well, being someone that has been following this from the beginning. Okay, but let's go on. So Mr. Chinwo, have that at the back of your mind.
Have I done to you? I took you as a father. I was once your
this one you had to do voiceover. This one is a voiceover, so for me, even when the way a video is edited as well tells me that it was carefully being planned, of course. So yeah, this was a picture that was taken when she was newly signed into the label back in 2017. Okay, but the day she posted it was not her birthday. Even though she was signed on her birthday, she posted it like 2 days later. I will show you all these things, so don't worry, I know my stuff. Let's go on.
backup singer. I served you diligently. We signed the management contract.
Okay, now she said they signed. Let me show you something. If you look at the paper that she's signing there, that paper, if you zoom, because me, I focus. If you zoom that paper, if you look at the top there, it has the logo of, Eezee Concept put his logo everywhere, music video, everything. His logo is on that particular paper. That paper does not look like car document or something. The other person is signing. She's signing. Those people that were in that, I will show you the picture. Those that were in the picture of when she was signed and given a car and giving a house or so. I will read the post for you to really know. This paper that looks like, this is not what I see in the 2019 one. So clearly you could see, you understand what I'm saying. She is signing, the other person is signing. So whatever she's signing here at this particular point, indeed, even where her hand is as if it's at the top, but the page that they're signing, which I took time to look at, is as if there were partitions like this, partitions like this, partitions like this, and then the signing of course was done. So you can see that it has a logo of Eezee Concept on the top left. So it doesn't look like what we see today, the one that is 2019 one that the date was changed, as what Eezee Concept is presenting. Okay, Eezee Concept, but let's go on.
The management contract in 2017. I took you.
And the backup singer thing, that checks of course with what Eezee Concept is saying, that she was a backup singer. So you could see that there was a point, there are points where their facts of course get to agree. Let's go on.
As a father, I was once your backup singer. I served you diligently. We signed the management contract in 2017. As we progressed, you tried to convince me to sign a 12-year contract, which
Now,
I said no.
Wait. Now I took time to differentiate what a management deal is and what a record deal is. Mr. Chinwo, why did you blur this particular post? It's from Nairaland. I know, because Nairaland they copy. Then Nairaland was like the big blog. They copied her post and then put on Nairaland. Why you blur this, the other part? Okay, maybe it's intentional. Me, I'll read everything so that these people that are watching will know. Because from what I read there, what you wrote by yourself, I don't know if they collected your phone and write for you on your page. You said it was a label or a record label. That's what you defined it as, even though you are saying it's a management deal. That's why this whole thing, if you people are going to keep fighting, can only be done right if Oga Eezee produces the 2017 contract you signed with that his pastor that we don't know. The pastor is not even talking. And by the way, as well, Hilda Dakubo is just so funny. These are people that I used to watch when I was little, watch them on film, TV, acting movie. I can't even imagine that. Anyway, I'm not a kid, that I'll be discussing about these women or these people today. I mean, someone like Hilda Dakubo. I saw your post on Instagram. Let me read it, because you are also in your corner reacting. This is what she posted about this trend, because I don't need, I should know, I know exactly how to, and I'm following up. Those of you that are mentioned, of course, in this some way or the other, don't worry, I'm following you up, even though I'm not following you on the page. She's, okay, how can a clergy wipe his feet on the truth and in the same line claim he is hopeful that peace will prevail? How laughable yet sad. The church cabal and cartel. Note that the church cabal and cartel was what Eezee was saying when he was over there at TVC, when he was going to court. So you see, they're working together. You could see Hilda Dakubo here when they were doing an opening at Eezee Concept. She was there, so she's close to Oga Eezee Concept, which I understand. She was reacting to what Apostle Anselm posted at that time, and then when this whole drama of Mr. Chinwo came out again as well, she posted this on her story. Dear God, why do you allow people use your name in carrying out their lies and wickedness? I must have shouted Christ more than 60 times in 1 minute. So indeed as well, it's going to look like what Mr. Chinwo was saying, and all of this was a lie. Bia madam, okifo na obia no do kwa. Onworo nyi kwesi na side ya. Yotago. Obuni imo eziokwu, ima ihe bụ eziokwu. Obuni imo ase ma nke bụ ase. Na agwa gị kita maka na ama m ni ghọtara ife na-ekwu. Hilda Dakubo onye Igbo ka ọ bụ sef, ama m. Ogo na near confused with Ngozi's on. And if I if you are not okay that I'm speaking my language, it's my language. I'm putting subtitles for you. Calm down, okay? But let's go on here.
You started acting funny, always toxic because I did not extend the contract. Immediately after my contract, I discovered you forged a new contract. Please tell the world what happened to the 2017 and the 2019 contract. You seized my royalties for 2 years. You're a bully. You're an oppressor.
Did he seize the royalties for 2 years? Yes. And he explained why he seized the royalties because he felt that you were not also remitting. So he said he sent a mail. Messi Chinwo, you have to also... These are things that if you are giving rebuttals, it's not just to come and... If you are giving rebuttals, that means you are following what is coming from the other side. And you give your rebuttal. Eezee TS1 is following what is coming and giving rebuttals, even though he's ignoring some things, which I'll listen to him on. So if you are giving your rebuttals, try to, I know you are asking about this because you don't even have a 2017 contract, because I didn't mean you have it by now if I don't show everybody. But I'm just pointing some clues here to help you think. You don't have amnesia. And all of us, we are learning from this now. But let's go on.
One of my major crimes was when I did a song with Pastor Nathaniel Bassey.
Hey! The eye is leaking. There's one thing one of my older friends used to tell me. Women are loyal to their feelings and men are loyal to your sacrifice for them as a woman. I'm looking at relationship now. It makes sense. She's feeling something now and she's crying, which I understand. Please, the tears she's shedding, it shouldn't define how I react to this situation. Okay, but let's listen to her.
Because this man hates Pastor Nathaniel Bassey, you went as far as sponsoring fake news about an innocent child.
He who alleges so go prove. That is a normal conversation on this whole issue. Bringing Nathaniel Bassey, that man no like trouble. That man no like wahala. That man, the way I see him, what do you do? Okay, can you prove that he sponsored bloggers to create that story? I think let me show you something, because when you say he hates Nathaniel Bassey, I want to show you something. Now, here are some observations. I took time to go through Eezee Concept's Facebook channel. I don't know if they knew I was coming, because I noticed something funny. So I took time to go through his Facebook page to that particular date around September 2017. But while I was going through, with respect to what Mr. Chinwo is saying here, that Eezee Concept hates Nathaniel Bassey. Why would he hate Nathaniel Bassey and be celebrating him almost every year of his birthday? Probably until recently, after she left and then she did a collaboration with Nathaniel Bassey on Nathaniel Bassey's song. She was the one that is being featured into the song. But that was after she left, which was in 2023. She left, her contract time ended in 2022. Okay, so in 2023 was when she did the Confidence and also the song with Nathaniel Bassey. So if you say that he hates Nathaniel Bassey, you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt why you think he hates Nathaniel Bassey. But if it's the idea of what you are presenting, that he sponsored bloggers or something too, I know how that story came out. It was one human being. Facebook, I always say Facebook, I don't know the kind of human beings that are there, but I don't mean to insult everyone that is using Facebook. I use Facebook, but with respect to me creating on Facebook, some people find me on YouTube from Facebook. Even till now, they ask me, George, why are you not posting on Facebook? That place is a little bit too toxic for me. So the person that was on Facebook was the one that said that, one person, and the person was arrested. There was a litigation as well to it before I think they were freed. So was it the information that was gotten from interrogating those people or suing them or arresting them? Was that what made you to know what you are knowing? Probably you have to explain better, because I don't buy this idea of saying that he hates Nathaniel Bassey. If he has anything against Nathaniel Bassey, or something might just be based on business. Because even though he did not deliver with the remaining album, we should explain why that didn't happen. When you left the label, you had a collaboration with Nathaniel Bassey, which of course you're already off the label. Okay, you're already off the label based on the timeline. Of course, your contract is supposed to end. So maybe he would have expected that there will be a deal with that kind of collaboration, but you did that independently of the label. So he might have a situation with that. But if maybe tomorrow you come and prove to us that, oh, maybe some time ago when you were still in the label, that you wanted to collaborate with Nathaniel Bassey and he said no, or Nathaniel Bassey came for you to collaborate with him and he said no, or he called Nathaniel Bassey to come and collaborate with you and then Nathaniel Bassey said no, maybe that is the reason why you think that he hates Nathaniel Bassey, then of course it will become a different conversation entirely. Do you understand? I don't know if it makes sense. So Nathaniel Bassey is not under quote and unquote any record label per se. So he's a little bit more independent, even though he has a crew and a band. He uses TuneCore for distribution and everything. So he can act independently without being controlled. But you were under a label, at least I would say. So everything that happens with your movement and everything would be according to what the label decides, and there's going to be some money involved, exchange, what terms of collaboration and all of that. But if you're someone independent as well, you could do anything you want in the end. I don't know if you understand. So you and Nathaniel Bassey, you are different, at least as when you were in the label, not after you left. So you have to really explain this to us. Your tears does not make me believe you. Just know that, okay? Thank you very much. You're welcome. You can see your fans in the comments are giving me woto already because of what I said, but I don't care. I just have to say what I have to say. Let me go on as well to listen to you.
My son, and you said my son was not my son, and you
He did not say, oh, there's no place where he said, but you saying that he said. What if he gets to sue you that you said that he said that didn't come from his mouth? That could be something defamatory or something, okay? But I think maybe I can say this. I think I've been hinting about this, but I think it's very shameful for me to even say this. But quote and unquote, a famous apostle in Nigeria, we have been in court since January last year. Yeah, since January last year. I have been sued to court, and I've been going to court back and forth since January last year. An apostle in Nigeria. Yes, just so you know. Okay, so for me to even mention it is very shameful. But anyway, when the whole thing, of course, is done, I will take my time to give you a full breakdown. You understand every detail of what happened. At least my channel members, you people will know about that one for sure. But just for you to know that when it comes to this, like what she's saying now that Eezee has said, is there a place you can show that this person said this? Even what I'm being sued for is something that I'm reporting what someone said. Let's say, for example, someone comes out and say, I had a relationship, or I was sleeping with this apostle, or we had a fling or something. That I come and report that particular issue and I'm analyzing it like I'm doing it right now. I am being sued for even posting or sharing that. Mainstream media that posted it are not being sued. Blogs that posted it are not being sued, but I am being sued for that. So why do you think that I am being sued for that? Because if you watch me, you know that I don't spare. I take time as well to do analysis and bring out details. So because I am more convincing with my conversation, I become a threat. And seeing that, of course, my relevance is becoming a little bit more prominent as well, I am seeing as a threat. So the apostle chose to come for me instead of going after the main subjects that they have a situation with. So it's just very funny, but don't worry, for me, I'm not right now. You see, as I'm speaking without specifics, so that even those who are new here would not know what I'm talking about. But OGs, you know how far. But all the same, I'm not here to come for public sympathy or this. It's even very shameful for me to talk about it, because that's the person that is quote and unquote man of God, this and that. But I'll just let the person exercise their rights or whatever. What? He said that it is God that told him to to come after me. Let me drink to this one, I beg. So hopefully whoever is sitting down and then looking at the case as well would be able to do the work as a judge. Anyway, let's go on.
you paid bloggers because you hate Pastor Jerry Eezee. You won't want me to go for his events. The people you fight, I must fight them with you. And when I ask you questions, why don't you like them? You start harassing me.
So now what he's saying now is, so you see what I just said now? She's saying, when I ask you questions, why don't you like them? That means this must have been a situation that was happening in-house while she was still with them. But I've seen, for example, that Jerry Eezee, of course, being posted on her page, celebrated happy birthday in the past when she was still in the label and all of that. So there has to be, her reason right now is that, you know, they've had a conversation about that before, and she has asked him why she doesn't like them. And if you see what she's saying here, it tallies to what the Dr. Roy guy said, that if he be the kind of person who be say, if he in the beef with you, he go want make everybody the beef with you. And this is a point I have to say this right now. Minister GUC, if you are watching this video, and all of you that are still in the label Chidimma, Uno, Ndotu, Uno, you remember how you people were together? How you people? Let me just play this video of JUC and Chinwo singing.
You are all that matters. I'll make room for two. You and I, Jesus. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. I'll put you in front. I'll put you in front of my melody. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. I'll make room for two. You and I, Jesus. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. Oh, hey, oh, hey. You are all that matters.
Chinwo singing. Remember how you people started? Remember how everything was? Don't let this issue make you people hate each other. If anything would divide us, make it no be money. Money fit they make your papa or your boss and then this person now that are having their banter. Okay. I showed you your details as well last time with respect to your publishing and everything. I don't know what you are doing with that, but don't let this as well separate or make you not have a good relationship with Mr. Chinwo, with GDK, all of you. Okay, your parents feed the fight, but you no go make children hate each other, take sides or something. I'm not saying that Mr. Chinwo is like a parent to you. At least she was there and you came and met her. She was more like the foundational member and starter of that when it comes to the label itself. I went through to check. And also I'm going to be reading for you as well, Eezee, the mission statement of Eezee Concept as at when you signed Mercy Chinwo, based on what you signed her, because I took my time to do my due diligence. But do you understand what I'm saying, my dear friends? So you people should not, even you Labisi, you shouldn't have a disdain for Mr. Chinwo because of this. You people can still work together, collaborate, and then make good music for the Christian community. Now your work, now your career, you make money from it. Everybody now knows that money did this thing, okay? No be like say people don't know before, but I just have to drop this advice as we get to go on. What you are saying now about Eezee and all that, there has to be something more concrete or something, okay? Alright, but if you are dragging this name so that the fans of Nathaniel Bassey will come and stand by you, Eezee fans will come and stand by you, because this is all about attention. Remember, like I always tell you, attention is currency. Older viewers as well, you understand what I mean by that. So if you are saying this as well to galvanize the people from, because when someone wants to post this now, they'll just put Eezee's picture, wah, they'll put Nathaniel Bassey's picture, wah, and the fans will come and say, hey, so this man hates my pastor. Okay, maybe I will not work with any of his artists or something or that kind of thing. It becomes a mess. That is not what I want. Who am I myself to? That is not what should be. Doesn't make sense. Okay? So, Mercy Chinwo, calculate. If you are having an issue with him, face it with him. When you drag this person, everybody will just be tearing each other, bam, 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 bam. It's not supposed to be so. I know that Bassey will not react to this. Eezee, that one, no, they ever talk. You could just demand in one business, JJ, well done. But let's go on.
Because you had threatened me countlessly. You said you made me who I am and you have the power to destroy me. You are not God and you cannot destroy me. You have bloggers. I have God. The worst you can do is what you are doing. Like I said, what I went through working with you is nothing compared to what you are doing.
No, what you went through at some point, not like all the points. What you went through at least at some point when the whole situation started. From the beginning, it come on. I took time to go through previous posts as at then. This is not you and Judy K that are asking for Caprison, Daddy, Mommy, this. Let me play some video for you just so you can remember, because maybe it's, you know, sometimes you forget. Let me play this for you.
How much ice cream do you want?
I want ice cream at the No, I want bubble.
How much bubble do you want? How many bubble do you want?
I want 44 bubble, 270 strong.
Wow.
You have bloggers, I have God. And I know that God will not let your plan come to pass. For his thoughts for me, they are of good and not of evil.
And I quote the Bible, and I can't quote the Bible. I need a quote to Bible. I need a quote to Bible. I need a quote to Bible. Of course, I've seen the scriptures used to manipulate. I'm not saying that's what she's doing, but even Eezee so can also quote the Bible. In the end, we have to look at the fact of the case. We are talking about money here, okay? But now, the summary of what she's just looking at is the fact that the goal is just to tarnish her image. Like I said, this is an image business or image kind of career. If you don't have a good image, it can affect a lot of things. Do you understand? Very good. For me, I don't need, it's not as if I am running a church where people are there or this and this, or if someone come out tomorrow and say this about me, I will just look at it and smile. You don't know me. I don't know you. Okay? Whatever you know about me is what I tell you. You get that kind of thing. If you want to investigate me, good luck. But let's go on as well here with Eezee. So what does Eezee have to say? Let's listen to him.
It's a document of a petition that was written against me around March. What do you expect of someone who can perfectly imitate the voice of a child? And it sounds so real, like she's a child. She's a fantastic actress.
Oh yes, of course. So Mercy Chinwo herself used to be an actress, and when you said something in the letter, you know, that she was a nobody. I think I read that or something, and making her who she is. Mercy Chinwo was someone, she was popping before she got into your quote and unquote label, as it is called now, which I'm going to read something as well with respect to that. She was popping. She won Nigerian Idol, you know that. In fact, there were some songs that she did, like this one that is Igwe, that she did that was, I don't see Eezee Concept logo there. Now, of course, you had a studio, Eezee Concept Studio, where you do a couple of things. I'm going to take time to explain that to the audience, and you used to charge for that. But maybe as well, imagine someone coming to pay 200,000 naira as at then to come and work in your studio. That is money. As at 2017, even though 200k now might not be that big or something, but you get what I'm saying. So indeed, she was someone that, like you say, was a backup singer. And you yourself, Oga Eezee, you have done music before. Even though, like say, Blue, you and Samsung, you sing, you do, Keleya, you even sang with Chioma Jesus herself. You featured her. So then, of course, this is, and I understand, nothing happens coincidentally. Let me just say this as we get to go on. Nothing is a coincidence. I believe you have watched these videos before. So someone that will be complaining in the comment, oh, why don't you let everything to play before talking? I assume you have watched the videos before, but I'm reacting as I see every point. So here, nothing happens by accident. He has consistently been in that part of being a gospel singer. Samsung is like his peers. Do you understand? Even then, Nathaniel Bassey was still singing, so he knows Nathaniel Bassey right from when he started. I saw a post even as at then when Nathaniel Bassey used to sing. Nathaniel Bassey doesn't, it's as if he doesn't even grow old. It's the same face right from time. He's blessed as well genetically. I would say God is working wonders with him. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you look at his trajectory, he has been a gospel singer before. Remember, he was managing Frank Edwards. He has been in the gospel scene, of course, as a gospel singer. If you look at it now, it's going to be like how Moses Bliss kind of song is now, but as at that time. If you find the video, if I play the video here, then maybe they will give me copyright, but you can see the video as I'm showing you right now on the screen. So with respect to that as well, I'm not for him to be in this, for him to be on this path right now as well, signing artists and building them up and giving them that voice, that platform, promoting them. It's not a surprise thing. He's been doing this himself, but now he's now, I see no blow, do himself like others. They promote themselves and do, okay, let me bring other people. So finding someone that like Mercy Chinwo was indeed a good thing for the record label. So I could see the progression, everything when he started, all of that. They started together. Why am I saying this as well? Don't give up on your dreams. The reason why I'm saying this as well here is just looking at his own trajectory as well. It's not as if he was doing secular and then he got into gospel. So he has that heart for really the gospel and doing something for God. Just that in the end, human beings will always be human beings. So what he just stated right now is at the beginning of the video, which is going to like continue talking about, is that Mercy Chinwo first petitioned him to the EFCC. That is a fact. I think you agree with that. Okay, let's go on.
I had to come out. I had to do this one. I need to set a few records straight. This is over 2 years now. For more than 2 years, there's been quite a lot of challenges and dispute behind the scene. I had not felt or seen the need to come out to discredit any of my artists. I feel it's stupidity to fight your own product. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you want to sabotage your investment? Only stupid people will destroy what God has used them to build. But when it got to a point where it became gross dimension of intimidation, my life being at risk, still for the love of the body of Christ, I made efforts to see how this would be resolved, and I can state some significant facts to this effect. I met a pastor of mine who is Apostle Eugene Ogu. I was a baby drummer from his church, Abundant Life Evangel Mission in Port Harcourt, regarding this matter. We had a meeting with Mommy Ezekiel, the wife of our father, Christian Pentecostal Mission, regarding this matter. I was privileged to meet Bishop Humphrey Erumaka regarding this matter. I also went to meet Bishop Mike Okonkwo, our big daddy, regarding this matter. If I didn't care about the body of Christ, I wouldn't go to all of these lengths.
Sorry.
But what did I hear? He's running everywhere to meet these people. Now he's very scared. What is he scared of? Why is he running around? And I'm like, well, the Bible says we should follow peace with all men. This is the prescription of the scripture. Let
Okay, quote the Bible. Follow peace with all men. Yeah, very important.
us deal with these issues internally. It makes no sense that we will choose to wash our dirty linen outside. But every time I put forward my approach towards peaceful resolution, it was communicated like weakness. It looked like this guy is a weak person. Until I heard a statement that really got me sad when one of the pastors said to me, stop bothering about the body of Christ. We will deal with you and the body of Christ will be okay. Then I knew that it was a scripted, orchestrated conspiracy and witch hunting.
Hey, we will deal with you. It sounds like what they said, what Sati was saying that Choma Jesus said, that he will go to jail. You know, whoever said that to him, which he knows who said that to him, must have been really informed about some things. And it's still about money. If to say this thing now, I say, okay, she's supposed to go here or she didn't go or this happened. This is about money, God. It's not saying that God where we they serve, I've been a mammon where they serve. I'm not saying money is important, but all of this is about money. All of this drama is about money. Why don't you allow yourself to be cheated or something? There was a time I was discussing about a particular trend. Let me mention it as well here. Those who are OGs as well here, you remember. So when I was talking about the whole, no, it will look as if I'm calling him out. No, I'm not calling him out. Okay, let me just give an idea about some. So I was talking about a particular trend, and then the person that was involved in that trend had an issue, okay, like quote unquote the victim. Do you know what I did? All the monies that the video that on that trend made, all the monies that it made, I calculated punch calculator about almost 1 million or 1.5 million. I'm just telling you people, I gave it to me giving it to the person was like, you go give me back, oh, like you pay me back, oh, I'm giving this money to help you to sort out your issues or something. At least me talking about your issue has made you, you know, till today, I never hear hello, I never hear hi, I never hear George Alpha. Now, I'm mentioning this money now. You say, oh, George, you have money, this and this. But that trend was so popular that the revenue was quite interesting. And because I felt like, okay, I'm discussing about this person is a victim, going through this and that. What is the point? My job is just to make sure I do what I have to do. So I just took the money that came from that as well, and then I gave it to the person. After I gave it to the person, those videos, I just put them on private and all of that. Now, that is what I am being sued for today, and I've been in court for a while now. But in the end, am I worried? I chill, but one day I'll go give you now all the gist.
I don't have issues with people wanting to open their own labels. I mean, we have thousands of talents all over within the Christian space. But do you need to put one down for yours to go up? Is that the life of Christ? What are we talking about here? It's money, nothing else, money. I thought we had believed, or we made to believe before now, that all we're doing is kingdom and ministry and money is not involved. I've been an advocate for the balance of ministry and industry. Because one way or the other, you're denying you don't have any business with money, you don't care about money, but you're benefiting financially from the craft, from what you do. So there's a financial tone majorly to all of this. I want to clear a few things. Number one, here is a document of a petition that was written against me. Around March, my accounts were frozen.
Yeah, so this was around 2023. So at this time as well was when Mercy Chinwo had left the label. She didn't do this when she was in the label. Her label contract expired September 2022. So months after, in March, she had to write to the EFCC. So at this time as well, you see, they have now gone and started a record label that are seeing the behind the scenes stuff. Let's go and check something. Let's go and I talked about this before. I'm not trying to repeat myself again, but I just want you to understand the timeline. Let's go on.
All accounts were frozen. I couldn't trace where it was coming from until somehow I got very confidential information that it was a few set of persons who were doing this. The first two female artists who were doing this, and they didn't want me to know, they didn't want the public to know, because it had been planned to look like this law enforcement agency on their own, are carrying out investigation. That was kept private. They tried to cover it, but it was revealed. This is a document that shows the petition that was written. I mean, she has come out to say, going to court, it beats my imagination how one would deny a document.
So the thing is that the whole issue started from, if she didn't write using the EFCC, we will not be having this whole situation. Do you understand? But again, Oga, before she wrote to EFCC, was there a prior conversation and all of that? Yes, with the whole Anselm, all of that. The conversation started from around 2022 self to even start with. So before it got to this point, we discussed about this already, looking at Apostle Anselm's on the first video. The first video we discussed about this. Before it got to the point of involving the EFCC, there were things going on. They talk about after deciding on audits, Oga did not show up again. All of those things we discussed. I don't want to repeat myself again because some people have watched those videos. So she did not just wake up and then go run to EFCC and normally how EFCC will work, they work on intel. So maybe, of course, for you to get that document was from an insider, even though they started freezing your account and all that, without you knowing where the attack is coming from. Do you understand? But clearly we know that Mr. Chinwo took it outside the whole peaceful resolution thing. But had it been you were complying, she wouldn't have gone to that particular extent. That is just a fact you have to know, okay? Coupled with the money that was gotten from you, of course. It was not as if they just made you to release money like that. There was something they found in your books or something that made you, but you claim that they just told you to sign, to agree to what they are saying, and then that made you to release the 270 something thousand. But indeed, it was not really what happened. And I discussed about this when I was giving you what. Well, let's go on.
Deny her signature on every page of the document, and also deny the living witnesses to the execution of that document. This person.
Okay, the way you were even doing your eye, I know that you are not. That what you are saying is not true. Now look at your screen now. Do you see the paper that Judy K is signing? Look at the face of Mr. Chinwo was there. Okay, the paper that the document that Judy K is signing. Look at the cover, blue cover. Look at the Udodoma area there. Can you see? Look at it. That is the same kind of document that you see that he is posing for the person of Messi Chinwo that Messi Chinwo had signed. I don't know if you understand, because Messi Chinwo said that he wanted her to sign in 2019, but she said no, that she's not going to sign or renew another contract for 12 years, according to what Messi Chinwo said. So Messi Chinwo, you might also have to prove the fact that it was supposed to be for 12 years. Why am I saying so? Because the same document is what I see Judy K was signing. I don't know about the percentage, but it's from the same law firm. And I'm telling you from what I think, it's not that same law firm that prepared the one that she signed 2017. They are looking different. The one she signed 2017 had your logo on the top left of it. So, Eezee, go on here. Tell yourself the truth, and you know the truth. Saying that she signed on every page, look at that one. Look at how heavy it is, the thickness, even with blue cover at on top. The same with Odoma. Can you name, since she signed in 2017, which law firm prepared the document? Because when she was signing in 2017, Toby, he's the one that is said to be the CEO of Eezee Concept, at least as at then. Toby was there. Toby, can you say the truth that what she signed was actually what Eezee Concept is saying that she signed in 2017? People should just stop this nonsense. If tomorrow now the truth finally comes out, why were you lying all along? Indeed, I could see that 2017 paper she was signing is not the same thing as what the one you see GDK, of course, signing, because what GDK signed as well is from that to Dodoma. So I think what happened is that while you were preparing the contract for GDK to sign, you prepared another one for Messi Chinwo to sign. How can GDK be signing? But for GDK to sign 5 years and then you now want to extend the one of Messi Chinwo to 12 years. That one is, you are building a ministry on her. Maybe I think she saw those number of years and say no, she had other plans. Even though I think she's like, for you, she will be more like a foundational member, someone that has been close to you, been with you and all that. I can see this thing. When you were doing that as well, leaving that digital proof footprint, were you thinking of today? Finally, I found, God, I don't tire. No be small scrolling. So finally I found when she was signed. Let's see if it's the same document. Look at what it says here. It's official. Minister Mercy Chinwo signs the Eezee Concepts with Eezee Concept. The Nigerian Idol alumnus gets officially signed into one of the fastest growing media consulting firms and gospel music label. It's a mouth-watering deal with huge benefits. The picture says it all. So let's look at the picture. Let me start from the beginning. So the picture right here, okay, they're giving her car, okay? And look at this one, of course, okay? She's put hand for head. Oh! Whoa, I have car. Okay, this is the car. What they call Sienna? I don't know. It's like it's Jeep MM1, okay? Let's go on. She's smiling, she's happy. Huh? Okay. She's inside car. The motor they call Belgium. Chara new one. Okay, let's go on. This is the signing. This is the person that is more like the CEO. Eezee Concept, Ezekiel is like the president. This one is the CEO. Now look at the document, okay? She's signing, that person is signing one. Look. Now let me zoom now and look at the front page and see if it's Oda Odoma. Because it's not the document that Eezee Concept is saying that she signed. Let me zoom now. Okay, zoom away, look at, do you see any logo there? Now it's because if it was clearer, I would have been able to know what is written in front there. But do you see how the front page looks like? Is that Oda Odoma? It is not. It is not. Okay, let me zoom again. I don't know why people did not show this thing very well, you see? Anyway, we're not thinking of today. But do you see what I'm showing you right now? That is not the same document. This document does not even look like that big. You see, when she said it was like 5 pages or so, it makes sense. It's not like that heavy like the one I showed you for GDK. Let's go on. Let me see here. Is there a close-up? Happy, it was on her birthday anyway. Okay, and I think that is it. So, this is the document that she signed. Can you see? This document is not Oda Odoma that prepared it. Okay, so that's the thing. But madam, where is your copy now? I can see clearly that this is not what you signed. What he's presenting has a logo in front of the law firm. And I think this settles it all. These people that we're here, you people can say the truth. Now, but if people just want to be doing mago. Now, anyway, I don't blame you, Mercy. It's okay, it's okay. Let's see here. Man, I don't scroll tired. Let me just scroll to everywhere and see. So, as you can see, even before she signed the contract, like I was saying, Excess Love was already popping. You see, she was already doing music with them, and they could see that this in the peak. Make we sign them. Makawai, you go. You can see as well here. This when she used to produce that time. You see, she was more like part of the beginning of everything, I would say. You see, I don't scroll tire. In my hand, don't they pay me? See what I'm doing for this my wonderful audience. So I went to the very first post of Eezee. Okay, this is their mission statement. What do? They do music production, music training, media and artist consulting, event planning. Okay, so one thing we can know for sure is that the document that Eezee is showing that she signed is not what she signed. Because even you, Mr. Chinwo, what you said when you were posting that as well was a little bit pointing to the fact that you signed a label deal.
We're talking about someone who is a fantastic actress. She has a lot of strength with, portraying a victim personality to the world.
But when you were there at the EFCC, the way you were talking as if you are hot, you are even stammering. It shows that you are also playing the victim card. Two of you are the same. I'm just saying, two of you are the same. I'm not capping.
Talent is beautiful, but talent is not enough. How do you say I took you to court? When did the court come in? The dates are there. So look at the dates when the petition was written. I was kept in Ilorin, not in Lagos. Why Ilorin? That's a complete different state out of the place of competent jurisdiction. And then I was detained for 9 days. Why did it stay that long? Because I needed to write on the statement what they wanted me to write. And I have to negotiate the same catalog that they are saying is not the battle, it's not about catalog. The same thing was the reason I was detained for 9 days. When I came out of detention, I didn't go public. I didn't bother to talk about it. I didn't want to come outside to give an impression to say these ladies who sing about Jesus everywhere. I have never been opposed to
You still want to go that same trajectory. We'll do about Jesus. It's good like that. It's good that the video person cut it out, because that would now just look like, trying to blackmail. I know this thing, Messi Chinwo na money. That catalog must have been a conversation indeed. It's not going to be. It must have been a conversation. Probably now they're doing a label thing. They want to, for you, like I said as well, for you to get your catalog, Mr. Chinwo, GNT Nation, you have to buy it back if he wants to sell. And that's also something. If you are signing a contract with a record label, it's good to have a lawyer, because even in the clause of those particular terms, there should also be a buyback clause as well. That is, if you can even buy back. Okay, how long can this particular property belong to this particular label? How many years? Is it going to be forever? Is there any opportunity as well if you want to buy back? Because if he say he's not going to sell, the contract didn't say talk about that. He can decide not to sell. But if there's a provision that you can sell if you want to buy after this number of years, then the only thing that will be the issue is how much you will call. Because after this number of years, he's supposed to sell back to you. Do you understand? So when you are signing a contract as well or something, these are things that you just need a lawyer to be able to guide you in all of these, plus, minus, think ahead. But I think, of course, your emotions were high when you were signing the one you signed in 2017. So you didn't even bother to check. But let's go on.
A financial audit, never ever. All I have just said is, let's have a neutral, unbiased entity, professional, who understand all of the navigations within the ecosystem of the music industry, at least the modus operandi within that ecosystem. I really want this audit to happen, because that's the only way I would also be vindicated. But we also need to check your own books. You can't go to equity when your hands are not clean. Check our books, and then we check your books, and whomever is, owing who would balance up themselves. Whether you like it or not, obligation is an obligation. You cannot claim amnesia of a document you benefited from. It makes no sense, absolutely no sense. All I want to do to ensure that
we don't know the document she benefited from. But I don't know, why don't you also know the document you are benefiting from, Mr. Chinwo? Why don't you have a document? But you benefited. So what matters is, so far as money is flowing, nobody cares. But now you are out, you are now wiser. So now you care. Here you go. Happy that thing. Anyway, let's go on.
There is no further harassment on me. That's what I went to do. Following the law, the place of the law. How do I stop or prevent this continuous harassment? And that's the action I took. What happened to the cut she's talking about? This cut was sometime in the last quarter of last year, towards last year. Having explored all other means of a peaceful resolution, we decided to say, the audit process within the apostle who was handling it has collapsed. Why don't we go to the platform that the contract recommends?
So that the apostle who was handling it is Apostle Hans Anselm. But he said why it collapsed. Now you said that you call him, he did not pick. He's saying that he could not reach you again, that you backed out. Saying that since your lawyer was not there, it's not going to go through or something. But you were saying that you tried to reach him separately. So as for both of you, I don't know who to believe. Now Hilda Dakubo has come out. Hilda Dakubo came out and said that that the apostle was lying, at least what she was insinuating. Now I know he has a good relationship with Hilda Dakubo. In fact, Hilda Dakubo is someone that is very integral in this particular record label, as you can see. So I'm not surprised. I thought it was women supporting women. Hilda. Agreement is agreement, yeah. You know the song. Let's go on.
Arbitration. Why use the law enforcement agents to carry out oppression and harassment? Think about it. When we started this investment, right, it was investment from scratch. Which manager buys a car for the artist? Do you have a document where you hired me as a manager? When you meant to meet Hilda Dokubo, Momi Hilda, K.O. Baba to have me sign you up, was it to be your manager? Why are you going to them for the label to sign you up as a manager? The manager buys car for you, gets you an exclusive rehearsal space, gets you an exclusive office, sets up a band for you, pays for all of your production, whether audios or visual. Speaking about collaboration.
Let's go on. Okay, so now about that particular fact he made, let me read the post that Messi Chinwo herself made, because Messi Chinwo, you have to listen. Let me read the post that Messi Chinwo herself made on this regard, so that we stay on course. So this is what she posted at that time. Okay, this was the person you see standing with her there is Toby, and then presenting her the car. This car, is it Tier Robert new car or it's just Belgium? I don't know. The car does not look like this new car. I'm just saying, it doesn't look like cha-cha-ra-cha, you understand? But first of all, you saying that she chased you for a deal. She was already with you as a backup singer for a long time. She was probably, let's say, tag teaming with you, of course, in your studio. So it's not as if she just came and then she just came and said, sign me. No. And note as well here, even though you say you work with her from scratch, she was a Nigerian Idol that she won 5 years pro that particular time. Maybe after the Nigerian Idol, she didn't do anything better but was just working with you, but at least she was popping. She was an easy one to permeate as well because her name was already somehow in the waves. Nigerian Idol gave her that platform, even though when she was there, she's not as if she was singing gospel or the songs, you know. So let's read what she posted. She posted, with tears and joy. Okay, so this is what she posted. Jesus, I don't know how you do it, but I like it. You are consistent in all your ways. A few years ago, the world gave me conditions that were against biblical standard. They offered me a whole lot at the expense of my soul. But thank God for his seed in me and the help of the Holy Spirit that made me hold tenaciously to my faith in Christ Jesus. Just like how Nathaniel Bassey talked about the fact that he was offered millions for him to take Jesus away from his song, as at that time as well. Okay, so let's go on as well here. Today, I can joyfully say that the same faith has produced extraordinary results. 48 hours ago, I got a surprising and mind-blowing birthday celebration and gift from my family, Eezee Concept. So she was there with them as a family. So a guy, Ezekiel, it's not as if she just came and said she should sign her. No, she was already part of you as a family. Okay, and note, like I said as well, her excess love, her songs were already picking what she was doing with Dr. Ray and all that before you signed her. So you saw that, okay, she got it. Okay, and for her to be making those, for her to make those songs or produce those songs with Dr. Ray and all that, was she owing studio fee? Did she pay a fee to make the excess love song, or you just produce for her, put it in the system? Because as at July as well, people could download and listen. People could play the song on YouTube or something, or wherever the song was shared. You understand? So you saw a potential in her before you signed her. Not as if you, because for you to even sign someone, no record label just sign someone and just, oh, I'm taking a risk, no. They see a potential, they see a future, they see that they can mold you in a particular way. Okay, let's sign this person, give them whatever they want or something, invest in the person, and let's see what comes out of it. Do you understand? But notice what there was something to leverage upon. When there is something to leverage upon a particular artist, this is something you also have to know. That artist that already has something that can be leveraged upon, either an audience or sense of popularity or something, it becomes, you can have a higher bargaining power or something when you're trying to sign a deal or something. I'm very serious as well with that. But anyway, I would have used secular examples, but we have spiritual people watching me here. Let's go on as well here. So she said as well, so she said, as I officially got signed up to the label with an official car, an office, and a furnished apartment. Mr. Chinwo, nobody collect your phone, write this one. Now you write them by yourself. Okay? Maybe in your mind, you wanted to. Maybe in your mind, you were offered a record label deal before, which you denied. But like I've said as well here, what is said that she signed in 2017 is not what GDK signed, is not what he's showing now. Ezekiel is showing that she signed in 2017. This is to encourage anyone who is going through any form of challenge. Men may have written you off. Keep your gaze on the cross. Jesus, Omeka Naya, would change your story. This was when she sang that Omeka Naya. So Omeka Naya is gracious and kind. I call him Igwe. There was Igwe, a song that she did as well, and he shows me excess love, that was already popular on a regular. That was also her song on a regular basis. Stick to him and your testimony will also abound. She also had a song called Testimony. Very intelligent post, I would say. And then these were the pictures from there. Now, you don't see Eezee T here because this person, Toby himself, is the one that handles the signing. Oga Toby, you have been with Eezee T, of course, for the longest. Can you confidently say in your heart, no mpuro bigi, that indeed what this lady signed was a recording deal, like as a record label? My theory is that Eezee T started, she's like the first person that Eezee T treated her like a record label deal, even though what she signed may be different from that idea of a label. Or maybe, Eezee T, did you have a contract that was vetted by a lawyer that you signed with her, or was it like the same management kind of contract you had with Frank Edwards that you used for her or something. There are many theories, of course, we can look at in this. But you get the point of what I'm saying here, my dear friends, because indeed, of course, it's very, very important for us to know these facts. Do you understand? Okay? When they registered us at that time, what did they register as? Record label? But Mercy Chinwo herself said that she signed a label. She signed into a record label or a label. That's what she said. But one thing we can agree is that it's not the same contract. That's what we can agree on. Kashka. Let's go on to listen to Brother Ezekiel.
We had a collaboration with JJ Houston. Fantastic collaboration. And it has benefited every one of us. Why will I not want you to have collaboration? But then, shouldn't we have collaboration following due process? I don't have any problem with collaborating with whomever you want to collaborate for. It's business. You keep to what is expected of you whilst your contract is ongoing. Regarding the allegation of bully and all of that, anyone who knows this person we're talking about will know that you cannot bully a bully. You can find out from her roots, you can find out who she's been, those who work with her closely. This is just an attempt to assassinate the character of someone. Let's not go away from the real thing. If you say you're a true child of God and I am the one that is the problem and I have financial fraud like you have called it, can you tell the public that you're willing to subject your account to an audit by an independent audit? Let's make these things easy. All we have been saying is, oh, it's not catalog, fraud. Should be the warrant of arrest was fraud of money. Bring out your books. We are willing to bring out our books. On the other artist, she said we refuse to comply to audit. The audit they carried out was based on the documents we made available. But you got to a point where they were saying, oh, bring this money in this country. You have this account in Dubai. You have the other one in India. I don't have any accounts anywhere. You know, if you have, he who alleges will prove. If you have accounts anywhere that you know that belongs to me, you can go take the account and carry out your audit.
So since you are alleging that she has siphoned some money as well with respect to occasions and places that she went to, what you have to do as well, you prove. Now, because she could not, she used the EFCC as well to catch you. And then they used the EFCC to discuss with you, before of which there were discussions before that, which led as well to the money that came out from you. But I think probably there's still some money that's supposed to be paid. Okay, but the point is that you that is alleging now that of course she has done some shows or some ministrations as well without your knowledge and took some money as well, you should have proof as well for that. Do you understand? Because if you are saying that they should go and bring the account that they say you have, maybe you should also go and bring the account that she has, if that is the case. But on a mutual ground as well here, Mercy Chinwo, if you can, you that is saying as well, you could say, see, if you know any account that she had been paid money to for a show while she was in the label that she didn't remit or something, tell them the account, and then just like EFCC was used to enforce yours and freeze your account and all that, you may also want to use the same EFCC, but maybe you will not want to use EFCC because already you want it to be done outside that particular system. But you people can settle this thing without this fight. It can happen. One thing I know for sure, no matter how much she's supposed to remit to you, looking at the publishing alone she has not received for over this number of years, you still owe her. And for you to have opened your mouth and say that you have not recouped the money that you spent on her, all of those things are easy tea. Even back then as well, you did ringtone MTN mobile network with her song that time. Money did that thing, oh shit, you know. I was talking to a friend who really was part of that business, and she told me things. I say, hey, ewo. And imagine how big excess love was in there. It was indeed well exploited in the system. Okay, so Mercy Chinwo, if what he's just asking is for you to provide your books, since it's all about money and then we want to make sure that provide your books. One thing you know for a fact is that publishing, it never pay you. At least now you understand more about publishing. That will be settled if you people really want to resolve this whole situation. Why are we even discussing about this and all that? This can just happen. The only thing is that this thing went to EFCC, and EFCC is the you too, Ezekiel. Since April is now the ending of the year that you are. But you had that situation since April in EFCC. After you left EFCC since, why didn't you sign the agreement that after two of you sit down and cry crocodile tears? Because the way she's crying now, I don't know the type of cry people were crying there. If you were crying, oh daddy, we shouldn't be fighting, we shouldn't be fighting. And then you say, I don't die. Oh, Messi, Messi, you know I love you. You know I care about you. Why are we doing this? Maybe that's a cry. But as you don't cry finish, you don't clean your eye. Make I just come up for here. Because since then as well, the agreement that you were supposed to sign as well, with respect to the terms of what was discussed at the EFCC, you didn't do that. Had it been you followed due process, it collapsed. That's what made you go to EFCC. So what led to you leaving there? Why didn't you follow due process there? Who is advising you? Because if everything went through that way, nobody will hear about this. If you had signed the amendment that they amended in what use, because you first sent a document, they said no, let's tweak this as well, and they sent back to you and you told them to wait, according to what Mrs. Chinwo said. Why didn't you just do it? We will not be here talking about this. As I'm talking now, I don't know what is happening in another record label. Tomorrow now, everybody will start screaming, hey, I beg you, let's go on.
But for all of the information and the details that we have, the documents, we have provided to you. And what we expect of you is to return. And if you have questions to ask anywhere, you ask the questions, we will give clarification. There's something in law called lien or set-off. Set-off is when you are owing me and I am owing you. When we carry out a financial mutual reconciliation, we will know who is truly owing who what and balance the account. Don't you think there's much more to this than just financial audits? Can't you at least hear the undertone? A child of God will not go all the lengths to destroy another. It won't. There's nobody who says, I'm a child of God. You can't do ministry with bitterness. You can't do it with resentment. This is my truth, and I'll be consistent with it anytime. The allegation of, oh, I didn't know about this, they forged it, they forged that. Social media is not the platform to determine the validity of a document. Processes required. You know, you have lawyers who should go through that process. There are certain information that I would not be triggered to put out here because it's unnecessary. You know, there's plan for dispute resolution. It happens in every business, whether a family business or extreme professional business. It happens in any kind of business. What is the due process if there was anything that was done by the label that you didn't like? The court, not the law enforcement agent. You go to court, the court will order us to come. We will bring our books. There's no court that will order us to bring our books that we will not bring. We'll bring our books. And whoever is owing who would pay up.
Now, listen to Mrs. Chinwo here and listen to how she talks about the
rest.
Listen to her words.
It's been an interesting journey working with my management. Eezee concepts. I mean, the love, the growth, the acceptance, the synergy is amazing. Can two work together except they agree? No, like my boss would always say, the result for hard work is more work.
Note that she said management. So here, look at the comments. You see here, I can't get over this video, but MM1 can't be MM2. I wish peace and serenity. I want to still see everyone follow each other. So even from the comment as well, there is that issue. Okay, now look at the way. Look at
it's been an interesting journey working with my management. Eezee concept.
First off, Eezee Concept record label is a reputable record label. We have a balance of kingdom business and ministry, and I feel so honored to be a part of this family. I feel so excited. I can't wait for what is to come, because what is to come is really exciting and elating to the heart. So I feel really honored.
Okay, so she says record label, Mrs. Chinwo says management. Doesn't make sense. Okay, I'm still scrolling anyways, don't mind me.
I hope I've been able to bring clarity to the allegations that have been put out about me. I don't have to cry. I don't have to try to whip sentiment. All I need to do is put out my truth in the best way that I can. I understand that there are a few sponsors of yours. You've talked about bloggers. The video that just went out now, it went out on different blogs, spending money on blogs here and there, because you have promised me that both me and the organization will go down. Regarding the
this one say I will destroy you. This one say you will go down. Why? So say I will destroy you, so say I will go down. Who say first? Who say first before the other one respond? Because both of them could be saying the truth. Do you understand? Let's go on.
The royalty that you have said was withheld from you, which is what is considered as diversion. I said this in my previous video and I would say it again. You cannot divert and communicate. You can't communicate what you have diverted. An official email was sent to you stating that there was a need for us to have mutual financial reconciliation. Okay. Let us know what you owe the label, and let the label also know what she owes you, and then we can counterbalance. But till date, you have still not made your account available. And what you decided to do was to run straight to the police. And that's not where to be resolved, because we want your account. It's not because of we are talking about transparency and equity, so we would open our accounts. But we want you to also open your account. There were events you went for that you didn't want people to know about, but unfortunately, it's a small ecosystem. Everybody talks to somebody. You know, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, some of those meetings were not declared, they weren't talked about. There's a church in the Enugu called Census Church that we had received an event on your behalf, and we had communicated to you, including both the monies and the event. You didn't attend the event. It was a serious challenge. The pastor was very angry, disappointment, bringing disrepute to the organization. And the same thing happened to an event in Zambia.
Oh wow. If she was rejecting or not going for event because in the end it's you are the product, if it was while she was still in the record label that she refused to attend events, then that is wrong, because you are the property of the label. Now normally, of course, there should be a good relationship with you and your label. That's where they get gigs for you and you go. This is just like getting gigs, you know, just go and perform and all that. That's why, because money is one of the driving force or something, you pay the charge you pay. How do you know where that money factor separates where you can go and where you cannot go? Which is something that I'm like, okay, maybe it makes sense, because they have a price tag on them, it automatically separates where they can go or who can invite them or who cannot invite them. You cannot just have church 2 members and you say you want to go and bring Messi Chinwo, because you know the price tag. So the only people that can maybe afford her would be also big churches, or people that just have the money to afford her, or those who can just organize a Christian concert as well and then charge ticket and then bring you, just like how they do for the secular artists or something. Okay, so if he's getting a gig for you to go and you don't go, it will affect the business. Money. Oh, now you people are seeing how this gospel thing is. They say charge, they say don't charge. In the end, look at what money is costing, body of Christ. It's good as many of the pastors just shut up, because maybe some pastors are already not impressed with the situation whereby before they bring them to their church, they have to charge exorbitantly. So everybody say, oh yeah, let me mind my business. Oh. You understand? But as this thing is happening as well, Eezee, remember you also have artists in your label. You're hoping to sign more and have more people work with you. Okay, for them to find expression, of course, in the body of Christ as well. It indeed greatly also involves the pulpits. They also get to grace their acceptability in the Christendom. They will not just be singing, because where they only find expression is on pulpits, or when they organize concert. No, Samuel Poso was not really, God bless his soul, he wasn't really like that in churches, even though he goes to churches to sing, but he organizes concerts, charge people to come, and then, you know, performs with other artists. Just like how you have, like, I know the experience is not charged, it's free, it's the church that sponsors everything, of course, for the Christian community. But I'm just saying that them finding expression would be, of course, in the Christian community. They will not go outside the world and be doing that, or something like how you see artists, secular artists, charge, do ticket, do shows at this arena. You understand? Maybe one day as well, 2 of you could be able to cover and do O2 Arena there in the UK. Like Eezee is shutting down everywhere, anywhere he enters. But this kind of thing is how can it breed that? How can it? There's also life after the label. These people should also have that relationship. But again, greed is what is causing this. The money that I have here in this conversation, I don't have that kind of money in my account. Even you watching, I'm not sure say you get that kind of money. But we are talking about it as well because we have to learn. Let's go on.
$7,500 was paid as deposit for you to be in that event. You decided not to go.
Do you know what is $7,500?
This is an evidence of the refund.
Look at that. $7,500. That is how much in Naira? Check it. Business. Halas. What date was that? Let me see if I could see the date from it, because I don't know if it was when she was in the label. Based on the timeline, I can't see a date on it, so I don't know, but they know.
With all of these things that had happened, there was a need for us to have a sit-down talk, and not an oppressive or intimidating approach to resolving it. And that's where it's still going to end. There will be a need for you to open up your books and let us open our books so we can have a mutual and fantastic end. It beats my imagination that in all of this, as sensitive as a case of a paternity saga, that's what you want to use to put false allegation on my head. I hope you have enough evidence to prove that allegation that you have made, because it is totally disappointing. It's heartbreaking that you can go to this extent to tarnish the credibility or tarnish the image of someone. You had promised that you would destroy my reputation and the organization.
That Chinwo, that was a wrong move. I hope you can prove it though, because I hope. Let's go on.
Well done. When you're done achieving it, I hope you get a crown in heaven. I also saw the post regarding the events that held in Benin. It was specifically at the time when a fellow label mate was having her birthday. And part of the culture we had instituted within our ecosystem or the organization is that when one person is doing something, let the others encourage the same person. I mean, one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. We try to see how to introduce a support system where they get to complement themselves and live happily as a family. She was supposed to be in attendance of that birthday. She said to me she wasn't feeling fine. Of course, health is very important, it's sensitive. She was going to be absent in the birthday event. So when she said that to me, almost at the same time, within the same day, the birthday was on the 26th of October, I think 2021 or so. She had said she wasn't feeling fine. Management decided to allow her to, rest. The office received an invite regarding wanting her to be present for a meeting in Benin. All we did was to have communicated in sincerity what she had said to us, that she wasn't feeling so strong. She wouldn't be able to make the birthday. So we just said, she's not feeling fine, but let's see how it goes. Hopefully, because that event was for more than a day, I think it was either 2 days or 3 days, I can't remember this.
Now it's beginning to make sense, because businessman, Igbo man, how come on Igbo? I cannot turn down money like that. That is my business. So I was like, would you really do that to sabotage her not attending programs? According to what Mrs. Chinwo said. So he's giving his own side of the story, which I think sounds sensible, it's plausible. Yeah, let's go on.
Specific. We just communicated innocently based on what she said to us, and somehow they reached out to her pastor, and they also reached out to her. Management reached out to her to ask her, oh, you're not coming for label mate's birthday. It's understandable you're not feeling fine. But then there's an event that has also come up in Benin. If you're not feeling fine to attend the birthday that is in Lagos where you are, would you be able to travel all the way to Benin? And she said yes, that she's fine. She wants to go for the event. So we were shocked. You were not strong enough to attend your fellow artist or label mate's birthday, but then you can attend an event in Benin. Well, we had already communicated to this host what she presented to us, and then it became an issue. Why did we communicate that she wasn't feeling fine? What would I do if my artist says she's not strong? Should I compel her? If I had also said, you're not feeling fine, go for the event so that you can bring money back to us, she would say, you didn't even care about my life and my health. I told you I'm not feeling fine, and you still want me to go and sing and bring back money because you're just a businessman. So I don't understand which one to do. You're not feeling fine, rest, as you have said.
The person that is laughing in that background, we'll take it there. Let's go.
You can't be available for your label mate's birthday, no problem. So does it mean that you just came up with a lie of not feeling fine because you didn't want to come for the label mate's event? So I allowed her, to do whatever she wanted to do. She attended the event. Oh, they came with ambulance, blah, 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 blah. I was so shocked to hear mental illness. I don't know where that came from. I mean, all of those extreme words, extreme usage of words, just to make it look like, it is stupidity for us not to allow you go for an event, because for every time you go for a meeting and you're blessed, here is
okay, so that was a video that he posted. I was even thinking about the birthday, about the birthday situation. I was thinking, let's say someone comes to that and say, oh, we are having this event, so date. You did not communicate to the artist about the event, but since the artist said that she's not feeling fine at that particular moment, the question now is, if the artist said she's not feeling fine, that nobody comes and say, oh, next tomorrow I'm going to be sick, or hey, I'm going to be sick, so I cannot be able to attend. So you telling the person that called in that she will not be able to attend, that she's not feeling fine. I don't know what the lag time is with respect to receiving an invitation for an event and then the time to you actually having the event. Because if the person called you today and say we are having this event, let's say so time, and you tell the person that the artist is not feeling fine, that means before that time as well, the artist had told you that she's not feeling fine. So what that means is that what you're supposed to do, of course, would be tell the person that the artist is not feeling fine now. So the person is not going to be sure if the artist would be available at that particular time. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but if it gets to if they get to use another channel to reach the artist, and then the artist now communicates with you and said she was not going to go for that particular event, is it that you were thinking that since the artist is not feeling fine today, that her not feeling fine, you know, when you say a girl is not feeling fine, it could be that other feeling fine, you know, the other every month feeling fine, maybe, you know, that one is like cramps, I don't know what they call it, but I'm just assuming. Okay, so if you look at that particular context of not feeling fine, or maybe whatever context of not feeling fine at that point, that means his assumption is that she's not feeling fine now and she's going to be sick up until that time, so she's not disposed to be able to attend that particular event, only for her to receive a message about the event, and apparently the time or the date of that event is the same date of a label mate's birthday, or the day before, since she has to travel to go there on that day, because yes, of course, she went on the day of the event, I would say. Okay, so that's where I found it quite interesting, because of the story that he's giving. That idea is that she was going to be sick, or since she's sick as well, the days are maybe closed, she's not going to be able to attend because of her health. Then that is going to make sense with what he's saying, because if she showed signs that she's not feeling fine, that means it looked critical that she would not be able to make it for the friend's birthday, which was the label mate's birthday, which is the main event, okay, before this event comes in. So, hello, can we have Messi Chinwo so date? Oh, she's not feeling fine, maybe she's not going to be disposed or something, okay? And the people now went behind as well, went through her pastor and came to her, and then she said she's going to go, when you already told the label boss or something that you will not be able, that you are not feeling fine. Okay, but how does the label boss know that she not feeling fine is because of the label's birthday situation? Were they planning for the person's birthday, and then she told the label boss that, oh, I'm not feeling fine, oh, you understand? And the label boss was like, oh, okay, you're not feeling fine, no problem. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So that particular part was a little bit confusing for me. Who would be around that particular time that had a birthday on the same date that she had that program that she could not attend? Because that's the only way to prove it, since you have given a reference point for why you said, because indeed, of course, one fact we agree on right here is that you said she was not feeling fine, and that feeling fine is supposed to last till that particular time that she's supposed to attend that event. So if there is no one we can point to the effect that this person is a person that you're talking about, then of course it becomes quite questionable, because those who were there at that time would be Judy K, GUC, her, Chidinma was also there at that time. So who is it really going to be then amongst them? That I don't know. But that's just the story. I know the video is long, but anyway, I think that should be it. One thing, of course, I'm going to take my time for those, because some people were saying that my videos are long, so they don't want to watch because the video is long. So some of the videos you've seen as well already, I'm still going to cut them into pieces and repost them again in a different title for those who like watching short videos. I think that will also be helpful for them. So if you see me post a video you have seen before, don't worry, you can decide to watch or not watch. I care less, I would say, but just to make it much easier for some people, of course, to watch, since they like watching snippets. And that will be it as well here on this video. Thank you very much for your time, and see you next time.